Hello, welcome back to another episode. I'm going to show you how to extract tears from a very salty individual. And it isn't me, for once. Over here we have Tokshin leading clan Bloody Hand, Blood Hand, Mud Hand, whatever they're called. And I've got Azhag leading the Greenskins, and I'm flying into combat. We're fighting Beastmen and a Chaos player. I did fight the Chaos player with Tokshin before this match, but I'll show you that match later on. For now, we're going to show you where he gets very mad. He's got 2 Hell Cannon, Kolek. He's got a lot of warriors too. He's made to fight a dwarf player, potentially, that has a lot of armor. Tokshin and I, before our current match, played as 2 dwarf factions, and we fought the Chaos player and I believe another player, not the Beastman player. Alright, we're looking at a lot of gore herds. We're looking at... Is that a giant? Yeah, a giant, okay. A little bit different than usual. Usually they bring in Cygor. We've got Malagor, the Dark Omen. We've got a Gore Bull, Minotaurs, and what more do we have? More Minotaurs, okay. The Beastman player is beginning to advance towards Tokshin. I thought maybe I could position and flank him directly, but it looks like that is not going to happen. The Chaos player is actually moving over here to come fight me. And Tokshin's trying to move into the woods. He's not wanting to be hit by that Hell Cannon. That Hell Cannon will do a lot of damage to him if it is allowed to hit him. He's unable to permit that. In our first match, we had a closer fight fighting that Chaos player. And here, it's going to be a close one again. Pretty nitty-gritty. I have Azhag moving around. I like giving him Skull Muncher. He's got to have it. He's way too squishy without it. I mean, he's an orc, but way too squishy without it. I gave him a few spells too. If we go look at what I have right now, we're looking at Spirit Leech, Purple Sun, Fate of Biuna. We've got Get On With It. And over here, I've got my epic item, my rare item, Spider Banner, that allows me to use poison whenever I'm fighting whoever. Alright, Tokshin's about to fight the Beastman player in the woods where he'll have no penalty. But Tokshin doesn't really have a large unit outside of a spider, the Queen. He's charging into combat right now. Savage Orcs are now moving in. The Beastmen are not charging back, which means they will not have a charge bonus to them. Tokshin will do a lot more damage. Oh, a delayed hit, but they are now flying into the air. Beautiful. Tokshin's hitting at various points. We usually get very quiet. We played 4 games in one night. We had a great time. Tokshin got to upgrade his PC, and I'm really happy about it. I didn't like that Tokshin wasn't able to fully enjoy the games that he was playing, but he upgraded. He's actually got a better GPU than I do now, a 1070, and man, we had a great night. It was a lot of fun. If it wasn't so late, we probably would have played more, but we played 4 in a row and just had an incredible time. Dude's a great guy. You need to check out his channel if you haven't done that. Alright, let's go over here. Savage Orcs are now fighting the Gore Herd. Yeah, the bromance is real. Skulkers are over here fighting the Gore Herd again. We've got the Crimson Killers who are now moving in. I know I'm using slow motion, but I did it for like 4 to 5 parts, and really the battle was way too quick for me to commentate on effectively. Maybe in a 1 versus 1, I don't know, but no, I doubt it. Okay, Minotaurs are moving in. I'm actually moving in with Azhag. I don't want to be hit by the Hell Cannon. It does manage to hit my Black Orcs a bit. And I'm going to use a spell on the Minotaurs. I want to kill them quickly because I know how effective they are. And I do use a Spirit Leech on them. Upgraded too. Let's go look at their health drop. And they are weakened. I have Azhag charge in, and look at that tremendous amount of damage. I did a lot of damage to them. Kolek is now moving in. I'm trying to reposition. I brought in a lot of squigs too, but the Horse Masters might be a little bit more effective. They actually, I believe in the very beginning, killed a few squigs belonging to the Tokshin. I forgot about that. Oh, well, 1 there. Okay, maybe 1. Tokshin, of course, brought in Warzag. No other reason to play as a Bloody Hand if you don't do that. I'm glad they're not called a Bloody Finger. You'd have to question what they were doing. Alright. Got a Goblobber, right? Yeah, okay. Hammer of Gork, I mean. Ah, my bad. Right now, Tokshin is doing a great job taking out that dirty Minotaur group. If we get rid of Minotaurs from the Beastman player, what will he have? Kolek is now moving in. He's going to do a lot of damage to Azhag. Immediately, a big chunk of my health gone. I move away. I have maneuverability. He comes after my hero. He's got Kolek aggressively using him too. Tokshin's over here still fighting, killing the Gore Herd. More Minotaurs over here. He's got a Spider Queen. 21 kills for that Spider Queen. And right now, if we look at it, he's winning the melee portion of the fight. He's got a lot of orc boys now going after the hell cannon, which is great. He'll be able to nullify that. I'm maneuvering around with my squigs right now, letting them just move around. Chaos is not coming to fight me. I've got black orcs coming over here to help out Tokshin, fighting the gore herd. And there's Kolek, no kills yet, but he did a lot of damage to me. I'm flying around, I've only got 3 kills, but I did attack Minotaurs who are greatly weakened. Only 5 left, and very little health left. Kolek is going after archers now. The rest of the areas will take a lot of damage. They've been shooting for a while. I'm charging back in, trying to freak him out, and they're now terrified. Very effective. I'm beginning to line up. I brought in the Warlord boys. We're looking at Night Goblins, more Night Goblins, and the 8-peak Loonies, and they will not break. The Night Goblins will, but my other groups will not. I'm still hitting these Chaos Warriors with great weapons. Let's go ahead and look at the battle. We don't have that long left in the battle. Felt like a long time, but it really wasn't. 25 kills for Kolek at the very start of his attack. We've got Goblin big bosses moving in. Look at them. They're going after Kolek. They're trying. They're there to keep him busy. They have poison. That Gore Bull is taking a lot of damage. Tokshin did a really great job at zeroing in on the more valuable units. I'm over here chasing off a few Beastmen, and now I get to charge in. I just begin to move in now. Tokshin went over here and took out the Hell Cannon. Wow, he really got them. I'm dancing with Marauder Horse Masters who have been unable to really help, and it's a good way to keep your opponent busy with micromanagement too. He's micromanaging a lot of fronts right now. And here's our charge. What a beautiful charge. I had to take a screenshot, couldn't help it. Charging right into my poor little Night Goblins who are now dying, but they're meant to poison my foes. I would normally flank, but I wanted to have my Black Orcs immediately in the battle while I'll try to micromanage Azhag, who's over here still. Getting his few kills. Black Orcs over 50 kills already. Yeah, flanking would have been a much better call. Okay, let's go look over here at what Tokshin's doing. Unfortunately, it looks like he's a little bit outnumbered. Spider Queen, still getting a lot of kills. Over 30 now. Gorbel still going. Wurzag, still going. Over 60 kills. He probably used a, I don't know, foot of Gork, maybe. Kolek is moving back. 27 kills total for Kolek. He's got a Fire Sorcerer too to buff up his army probably. The Hell Cannon's gone, but look at all the mounted units that Tokshin brought in. When they come back, they're going to do a lot of damage to the Beastmen player. Okay. Now, I'm moving in, bringing in my biggins to go after a bunch of Marauder Horse Masters. I'm trying to make sure that I can get them. I got bigger and ardor. I can handle larger units, kind of. My poor Night Goblins are getting smushed, but I did a lot of damage to that Chaos Warrior group, which is not too bad. I've got my archers who are now beginning to attack the Horse Masters. I'm trying to hit them hard. Alright. I've got Azhag moving on over to the left flank. We got Azhag about to probably go after Kolek, who's right in the middle of my formation, killing my Black Orcs. Tokshin's still fighting. Savage Orcs. He brought in a lot of them. Initially, he didn't want to bring in his build, but he was like, ah, forget it. And he did it. Here they come. But Tokshin is a very good player. Very good at the game. Got my Hammer of Gork. 30 kills so far. I'm trying to pin down the Horse Masters, and I have my squigs now squigging about. We have Aspiring Champions about to move in. Let's go look around again. Go look at it. I did use a purple sun, and I got a lot of kills right over here. They just were obliterated by that spell. Wow. Yeah, I didn't have like any kills, practically any kills, less than 10, and then bam, one spell, I obliterate his flank. They were all bunched up. I had to do it. And I did it, and then you can just look at all the bodies there. And then I have Azhag beginning to chase down Kolek, using Spirit Leech, doing a lot of damage to him. I mean, I have to. Why would I leave him there to attack me? Can't do it. Biggins are moving in. We have 2 minutes left in the battle. It's pretty crazy how much goes on. Tokshin's now charging in from behind. The halberds are pretty nasty, though. Got a few Minotaurs, 3 left. They've only killed 20, which is not a lot. They've got a Cygor that he brought in with Malagor. Still charging in. That Hell Cannon was able to move up a little bit. Kind of weird. Alright, Tokshin. Skulkers have... Oh, wow. Hold on. Over 100 kills. Skulkers did a great job at flanking and just doing a lot of armor piercing. Spider Queen doing a great job. Minotaurs over 100 kills, but it's about to happen with Minotaurs if you're unable to beat them in the very beginning. The big bosses with Azhag are moving in, going after a Gore Bull. I'm kind of curious about this battle real quick. Hold on. They're poisoning him non-stop, which is quite beneficial. They're actually doing some damage to him if you look at it. Azhag moved away. Okay, there's too much going on. I can't just, you know, let it play out. I'm over here fighting Kolek for a bit. He's doing damage to me, but I've used spells on him non-stop, and he's debuffed, and that debuff does last for a little bit. I'm trying to get it over here. There we go. Look at all that. It's a big debuff. He's got Foe Seeker, Deadly Onslaught. I'm moving back now. I have the mobility. I'm moving in Biggins to go after him. I've got my archers over here. I'm having my other Biggins go after these aspiring champions who are now beginning to lose it. I've got Squigs going after Marauder Horse Masters all over the map. Toshin's still charging in. His micro has gotten really good. I mean, he's able to control an army all over the map effectively, too. Okay, the Gore Bull is fighting a few Savage Orcs, and the big bosses are still going. They have potions, too, and they're still debuffing him, which is pretty cool. My Azhag is flying around. I'm having my archers go after Kolek. He's way too big to avoid hitting, so I have to hit him. He's got over 50 kills. I mean, he's very powerful. And I begin to chase him. Gotta do it. No one likes having their hero targeted, but I had to do it. Aspiring champions are still alive. They're killing my poor Biggins right now, but my Biggins are going for it. I'm still going after a lot of their horse masters, and they're not cheap. They're more expensive for the Marauder variety. Toshin beat the Gore Bull, who's now running away. Spider is now beginning to go after the remaining units, and he broke their line. That's how Toshin did it. And I'm over here fighting the Chaos player. I've got so many Black Orcs doing a lot of damage. They can beat whatever they want, but I'm gonna do a lot of damage. They are destroying my poor Biggins. They've killed 10 so far, it looks like. Squigs are flying around. I was able to use them to go after the Horse Masters and do a lot of damage. We have one group left, only 3 kills for them. I wanted to go after him further, and I probably should have, but I went back. I was like, forget about it. If he comes back, I'll go get him. Squigs are moving around. We're making them route all over the map. Over here, Toshin's going after Malagor, the Dark Omen. Kolek is now moving. My Squigs are chasing him about the map. Many of our foes who are around. Firing champions are still going. They're still fighting. Moving my archers. I was going to move them in to go help out Toshin, but then I was like, okay, you're okay. And, hold on. Kolek's over here, right? Right over here. I charge in down here. Bringing in Azhag from behind. Attacks in the rear. You can look at their leadership begin to falter. I've got 82 kills. My one spell completely destroyed the right flank, though. That alone just changed up the battle. Didn't quite destroy or kill Kolek, but we won the battle. And he was very mad. He was like, oh, you brought in a flying unit. And he was very mad in chat. And he wasn't being very kind about it. He kept popping back into the room, and he was like, F you, spelled F-U-C, and then he left. So he was pretty mad about that. And I'm not a fan of the flying too, but I only brought in one flying unit, and for Azhag you have to. And it wasn't the flying unit that got him. My spellcaster could have gotten him too. It would have taken a little bit longer, but if you look at my army, I was able to do a lot of damage. He didn't damage my archers. He barely got my Squigs. I had a Hammer of Gork. My melee was in the fight for a long time, fighting a lot of them. And Kolek's very strong. You got to target him. If you look at it, they killed my goblins. I mean, that was really what they were there for. That's where he got his kills from. All my goblins who were debuffing them. Toshin's over here. Let's go look at it. Where's Zach? A lot of kills. Probably did use a spell, I would imagine. Crimson Killer's over 150. Skulkers did a great job. Yeah, he just did a great job. He definitely put together a very cool army composition. I dig that a lot. It was very effective. And then there's me. I did my own thing, taking out a majority of the Chaos player. Yeah, look at that. I went after that Minotaur group, got rid of that. The Giant didn't really do much. I don't know what was going on there. He brought in a Cygor. I don't know if that did much too. If you look at it, the Hellkins didn't get to do a lot. We countered just a lot of what they had. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like down below. I hope that you've been enjoying my multiplayer battles, and there will be a lot more coming, especially after the Wood Elves are here. We'll be playing them for a long time. And as always, until then.